Kia ora, I'm David Chastner with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news that tomorrow's Australian budget may bring some important positive surprises. But first up today, global food prices are rising again, up in April for the first time in more than a year. But the driver was a sharp rise in the sugar price due to global supply issues. Meat prices rose marginally, but dairy prices fell in this UN-FAO tracking. Meanwhile, China's foreign exchange reserves have crept up, now just above $3.2 trillion, but they remain well below their 2021 levels. And the Caixin Services PMI came in at the same level as the official services PMI, both measures recording a healthy expansion in China. In the US, their economy unexpectedly added 253,000 jobs in April, beating forecasts of 180,000, and following a downward revised number for March. But these are the headline seasonally adjusted numbers. On an actual basis, the month-on-month rise was 892,000. By any measure, this is a strong labour market, confounding the doomsters yet again. The strong labour market is supporting non-housing consumer credit growth, which came in higher in March than expected. And across the border, Canada's labour market delivered a stronger than expected result too, adding 41,000 jobs when 20,000 were expected. But there is a downside. All those additional jobs were part-time roles. In the EU, they are suffering declines in retail activity, down 1.2% in March from February, down 3.8% from year-ago levels. This data is inflation adjusted though. All eyes in Australia are now on the May 9 federal budget. An earlier return to surplus seems likely as taxes rise sharply from their strong jobs and wages growth. Expectations are high for new initiatives aimed at helping households deal with inflation, while themselves not causing more inflation. Income-targeted subsidies for basic household expenses seem to be how they will do that. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.44% and unchanged from Saturday and a week ago. And the price of gold will start today at $2,018 an ounce, up $4 from this time Saturday. A week ago was $1,991 an ounce. And oil prices have slipped slightly from Saturday to be just over $71 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $75 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is holding little changed against the US dollar, now 62.9 US cents. Against the Aussie, we're marginally softer at 93.3 Australian cents. Against the euro, marginally firmer at 57.2 euro cents. That means our trade weight index is now 70.6 and unchanged from Saturday, but up 70 basis points in a week. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.